Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Christy's Science Salon, where we know that the most gratifying thing in our physical world is the act of giving back. So in today's episode, I encourage you to spread a little goodwill over this holiday season. And what better way to do that than by spending some time volunteering at a children's hospital while wearing clown makeup? Of course. Now, even those of us who are makeup pros still experience difficulty applying clown makeup. It is okay though. I am here to guide you, as you can tell. So comedy is all about keeping things bright and bold, which brings us to today's topic, the psychological effects of laughter. As you can see, I've chosen a very basic look for the kids, so if you're trying to be a clown, just be funny. You don't have to be amazing. Like, after you've passed out your toys, for example, little Sally might ask you to honk her nose. Honk! Hawooga! Banana. That should totally get a laugh from the kids. But then little Billy might be like, so how did laughter evolve anyhow? Be like, oh my gosh, great question. How old are you? In the social brain hypothesis, the evolution of laughter is linked with the evolution of the brain. So when the sizes of human groups increased, so did their social complexities. Language cropped up along with nonverbal social behaviors, like laughter. That way, if you were in a group of ancient humans and you didn't know how to speak yet, you could just start laughing to indicate your participation in the conversation, like this. And then little Sally might be like, wait, I heard that laughter didn't just start with humans, but it began nearly 10 million years ago in a common ancestor we share with primates. Be like, yep, that's a good theory. Good job. Let's do a demonstration. And then tickle little Sally's feet and have the kids observe her laughter, because she'll be like, Little Sally's laugh demonstrates how human laughter sounds very different from the noises produced by great apes. I mean, humans laugh as they exhale, but chimps can laugh as they breathe in as well. The human laugh is also produced by more regular vibrations of the vocal cords than in any of the apes. Do a clown trick for the group at this point, like, I got your nose. If that doesn't make them laugh, absolutely nothing will. Or you could also just pretend to fall over, because humans love gags. Ugh! Once you have them giggling, you can tell them to rest easy, because laughter is scientifically considered medicine, if not the best medicine. If little Timmy's like, yeah, I heard that when you laugh, it enhances your intake of oxygen-rich air, burns calories, stimulates your heart, lungs, muscles, and circulation, increases the endorphins released by your brain, and activates and relieves your stress response. So we should all try to laugh whenever we aren't feeling well. Be like, exactly right, little Timmy. But it's also great to laugh all the time because it can help over the long term. Perhaps try to do a funny walk at this point. If they don't laugh at your walk, keep lecturing. Be like, over time, laughter can improve your immune system by increasing immune cells and infection-fighting antibodies. You see, positive thoughts can release neural peptides that help fight stress and illness. And as for mental illnesses, laughter can also help lessen depression and anxiety. I mean, it's like impossible to feel depressed if someone tells you a good joke, right? If the kids are like, okay, tell us one, be like, knock, knock. And they'd be like, who's there? And then you'd be like, who? And then they'd be like, who? And then be like, is there an owl in here? It's not funny. It's not funny. But I did find it on the internet, and if that doesn't send them into hysterics, then you laughing at it probably will. You can also just try juggling. I actually did practice this. So there you have it, a fabulous, colorful clown look that any child will appreciate. And who knows, your comedic routine might just have left them a little bit healthier. Subscribe.
For decades, to get a thin piece of pure silicon, we had to saw it off a thick piece of pure silicon. The saw turns a lot of that silicon into dust. This process is fine for making integrated circuit chips for computers or smartphones because the amount of silicon used is so small. But for manufacturing big solar panels out in the wide open spaces, it costs a lot to waste a lot of pure silicon.
Whether or not the water column is mixed can affect organisms living in the environment. Like, there's no mixing, oxygen is depleted, and then the organisms at the bottom will just die. And Shoshana was like, I hate when organisms die from oxygen depletion. And I was like, I know, right?